name's Caprice. We're going to do some exercises today to strengthen your feet. So we're going to start just you resting comfortably in your chair with your feet comfortably in front of you, where it's easier for you to be able to see your toes. And we're going to begin by rolling all of our toes towards the ceiling and then resting them down. And you can think about this sort of being a little bit like a little ski jump for your feet. So the idea that there's like a sweeping up from underneath so that your toes are going very easily and gently towards the ceiling. And after you've done that a few times, you'll let them rest, and then you're going to try to do that only with your 4 smaller toes. And if that's not possible, then what you'll do is you'll reach down and you'll hold your big toes down into the floor while your 4 smaller toes roll up towards the ceiling. And we'll try that a few times, and then you let your small toes rest, and then do this alone with just the big toes. So the big toes rolling towards the ceiling and resting down, big toes rolling to the ceiling and resting down. And again, if this doesn't work, you hold down the 4 smaller toes. So the idea is that over time, the muscles in your feet and your lower legs will begin to understand that they have a job description. So immediately you may not be able to do these exercises, but you want to at least give them a try. The muscles are small, so they will eventually realize that they could be doing this job, and they'll learn fairly quickly. So after that, you're going to bring your feet together in a gentle V, and you're going to try to slide your big toes towards each other as if they could, kind of clap together. And don't put them too far apart, because if they're too far apart, then it'll feel like they'll never, ever, ever touch. And that can be a little bit hard from a mental perspective, So thinking about letting your big toes come together, and if that isn't happening, then what you're going to do is you'll bring your hand down and you'll rub the inside of your arch just to wake up the muscles in there a little bit. And after you've done that, you could try that again, trying to slide your big toes together and letting them rest, and sliding them together and letting them rest. After you've done that a few times, you'll come back to parallel and rolling all the big toes, all the little toes, all the big toes, all the little toes, and then give them a little wiggle. Great. So from there, we're going to try to curl our toes under as if we're trying to pick up a pencil or pick up a towel. And you want to think about bringing your toes back and underneath your arch and letting your arches go up. So if you see from the side, my toes are curling under. I'm making my dome a little bit bigger. All right, so toes curling under and then relaxing away, and toes curling under and relaxing away. All right, so after a few of those, we do some doming with the arches, so the toes are as relaxed as possible, and we're just lifting the arch and then relaxing down. So the toes are relaxing down towards the floor, and the arch is lifting. Now this one is quite challenging, and again, the muscles in your feet may not think that they actually have this capability, but in the beginning, sometimes it's just an idea that we could get our feet to move this way, and it comes with time. So we want to at least give it a try and try to visualize this idea of doming. All right, and then from there you're going to walk your feet back towards you so that your heel is behind the line of your knee, and you're going to roll through your feet so that you come into a pair of high-heeled shoes, and then gently resting down and rolling your heels towards the ceiling and resting down so that your feet are parallel and that you're not letting your heels fall out and you're not letting your heels fall in, and rolling down and rolling up. Good. And let that rest. Give your toes a little bit of a shimmy. Wiggle out your toes. Give them a little break. Thanks very much for joining me, and happy feet.